Our Storied Insight recognizes that our podcast is in part recorded, written, and edited in unceded homeland of the Lenape people. Join us in learning more through resources made available in this episode's description.
A storied insight. A brave space where one brings their true character to life. Shall we turn the page and begin the next chapter?
Chapter 8. Technobabel.
Shattering news, darlings! I'm Samuel Zedd of Arcane Eyewitness News. Our top story: reports of alarms and strange lights have been found in the Grand Bowl Athenaeum. Individuals on the scene had this to say.
So I was at the library trying to do some studying for my exams because my exams are coming up and I'm really not prepared. And all of a sudden, all these lights and sirens started going off and I almost peed my pants a little bit because loud noises really scared me. But then everybody started freaking out and running for the door. So I started running for the door, but then I tripped and everybody started running on top of me. So I just had to crawl out the door until I got to a spot where we could stand up and start running. So then I just kept running and now I'm here talking to you guys. So I think I'm just going to keep running now. Okay, bye!
So I was just studying for my confirmation exams, and the next thing I knew, alarms were going off, and people were running. So I just fire stepped right up the nearest window. Thank the gods I passed my exams.
I was just mixing reagents in the alchemical wing, and beep, beep, beep! The lights got all weird and red, and I may have knocked over the homunculus tube into the gelatin, and it may or may not have come to life. If Andrew doesn't come home, it was not my fault, it was the cube.
So there I was, minding my own business, trying to sleep off mini quiche bloating and post-reception hangover when these hooligans came clumping all around me, ruining my nap, and they scuffed my shoes. Do you know how expensive faux displays of these leather is?
I swear, I thought they were raspberries!
Hold on, darling. A message is being cast in. Secundus Ian, overseer of our momentous library, is here to tell us the state of things. Ian, honey, darling, sweet steel. May I call you Ian?
No.
Ian, love, can you tell us the scoop?
Yes. The scoop refers to inside scoop, an idiom or slang expression referring to something that is privileged information that is not normally accessible to the general public.
What I meant to say, darling, is what's going on with the library.
Okay. The Grand Bowl Athenaeum is a library built within Ain Alon, or what is colloquially known as the Infinitry. It hosts many events and scholarly pursuits, with an expanding pocket dimension consisting of over 1,000 floors, each warehousing a variety of periodicals, music, artifacts, poetry, alchemical recipes, romance novels, tomes, scrolls, tools, bestiaries. This week we are featuring a retrospective of halfling rap battles through the millennia.
What we really need to know is... why are the strange lights and loud noises coming from the library?
Oh. Quarantine protocols.
Can you please say more? About the quarantine protocols, specifically. What's going on?
Chaos levels are determined to be in excess of 3.14159%, slightly above the margin of error. Until this anomaly has been root-caused, all normal functions cannot be restored.
Well, just over 3% doesn't seem particularly high.
Executive commands have been given to applying further security patches and upgrades as countermeasures. For your own safety, access will be denied for all non-essentials until further notice. All patrons should exit via the nearest dimension door or teleportation circle. Any non-lawful being found will be purged, deleted, and unavailable to be restored.
Well, darling, we got there in the end. I would hate to be one of those. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Alarms resound through 1,000 floors as the library shakes and grumbles to the concussive beats of feet. Stampedes of beings race through archways, across flights of stairs, and out every door, scrabbling for a way out of the expounding chaos. Soft, warm lights turn towards harsh hues as a few dare stand and remain against the mechanistic keepers and their deletion command. Resolute in their mission, resolute in their quest for answers, they press onward and upward to a mythic score.
Over the intercom, you guys hear,
"Warning, chaos detected. Warning, chaos detected. Guardian process has launched. Beginning scans. All non-essential personnel should evacuate the library. Warning, chaos detected."
Just so that I'm clear, Rain and Quicksilver are elsewhere, right?
I definitely think that Quicksilver is still in like the robot beep boop form, in that little like security area, like there's like a little back door. Then you two are then with Sir George.
Oh, God damn it!
Do all libraries have security systems? This seems excessive.
It's not just a library. I mean, it's got valuable artifacts and just untold knowledge and wings of exhibitions and... Oh, come on. Think. Where'd the other two go?
Rain? Where did they go?
Fisha, did you see him?
I did not. I was busy reading.
Okay. Think. Oh, does anybody have an idea? I don't.
Are we in immediate danger?
Yes. In a way, you guess that danger is going to escalate. The lights have turned like basically red settings. You're hearing this warning. You see people running out of the library.
Okay, and we are in one large room.
You're
right?
one large room. Yes.
How many doors?
There's a handful of doors. It's a big floor. Like the library, just a floor is huge by itself.
Gotcha. We need to barricade the doors.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I think Quicksilver's behind this. It said a chaos warning. She is very chaotic.
Do you think this is all just for her?
I don't know. I'm still getting to know her, but I wouldn't put it past her.
See if you can find out. And then Visha runs across the hall and goes to start, pushing tables and bookshelves in front of doors.
Okay, think. And Sir George is pacing around. Think. Okay. Algernon.
Yeah.
What do we do when things get crazy?
Well, we should probably say the prayer, because I'm freaking out and I need to remember what we're doing here.
Okay. All right.
Give sword and shield to my prayer. Heed my call for mercy. In this time of troubles, we call upon the many arms, for those arms will protect. Link us together in your chainmail so that we might not lose our way. Okay, we got this.
Love it.
Can you roll me your Orison prayer?
Roll you a what?
Roll me we're gonna roll on your Orison table. So roll me a D4. This is the special table for your special feature.
Ooh. 3.
3 signs. There is a sign. In the far corner of the library, you do see this like shimmering outline of a door. You feel drawn to it. But even more than that, as you and Sir George started doing this prayer, the storms of these sights and sounds seem to stop for just like a brief moment. Everything goes quiet, and the sun shines through the windows upon you both. What feels like a warm cloth washes over you, each and every one of you, no matter where you are. And in your mind's eyes, you see the aura of one another. For the rest of the day, everyone in the party will be able to cast the spell Message at will.
Neat.
This means that when you point at a target and you whisper words, only you and that target can hear. This works even through walls and around corners. All right?
And so if we see an aura of our friends, can we point at the aura and they'll hear it? Or is this separate?
Yep. So just re-explain.
How do you point through a wall?
Huh? You point through.
I figure, how do you point at someone through a wall?
Well, if you
it's such an odd sentence for them
I
to
know,
include.
but it is part of the spell. It does say that.
Yeah, it does say that's weird.
So just quickly recap. Argos showed you the door where Quicksilver is, essentially, and everyone has the ability to kind of talk to each other. Right? Okay.
That's great. Okay, Sir George, I'm going to go to this door, and I'm pretty sure that's where at least Quicksilver is. I'm not sure about Rain. Here, take these. And Algernon reaches into his snack pouch and pulls out a handful of chives.
Okay. The hell? Okay.
He'll find him. He's got a great nose.
Okay, but I think I have a plan. Find everybody. Bring them to the elevator. There's a map. Let's go. All right, break.
What's going on with Rain and Quicksilver as this chaos is going on?
But the room that we're in, Rain and I, is it? Can you remind me what that one looks like? Is there anything special there?
You basically you found a backdoor kind of security room. You both uploaded your a chaos virus, but downloaded basically an entire schematic of like this entire library and maybe some other information.
So Quicksilver is skimming through all of the things that she downloaded because as an anthropologist, she has learned to read very quickly for all the late nights studying. And so I'm like skimming. And
The last thing I remember, you were specifically looking for something that would heal the scar.
Okay.
That's why you went into that room.
Okay.
Out of that kind of roll we did, that you got downloaded the map. So like you have a sense of where something like that would be.
The book kind of opens to this chapter that is like an ancestry of my family. And I'm wondering if there's any information there that I can glean about how to heal myself, if this is a historical wound.
There is, but you only have a small fragment of this information. Like you have like a third of information. So it's like you're missing like half a sheet of paper, so you can only glean a couple sentences, and they don't make a lot of sense.
Okay.
But you do know like a couple of floors up, there's definitely something there.
Okay, so I think I want to gather the party back together so that we could all go upstairs and then see if Visha learned anything that could also help me decipher what I'm looking for.
Excellent.
Okay.
Visha's up on a table. He's got both hands on fire, staring at the doors, just ready.
Visha, why are you doing that?
The danger.
You're gonna burn down the whole library.
Oh, and he would put the fire away, and his eyes glint over because that's how he does Eldritch Blast. But there's no threat, so he jumps down off the table and kind of sheepishly walks back over.
Well, yeah, say that, but you do see some red modes like duo drones like out of the corner.
We should go.
What? I think they're in this door. Let's go. I just have a good feeling about it.
Visha is going to hang by the doorway to the elevator he just wants to see what they are. He's just gonna like hesitate for a second just to get a look at them.
So you're asking, what are these things that are?
What do they look like? Yeah.
They are every class of Modron, literally scanning the library. There's mono drones flying around, making sure all the books are in order. There's duo drones, making sure like everything's in the right place. And there's pentadrone enforcers walking by, looking for anybody under tables or anything like that. And they seem to be going like floor by floor, scanning from back to front.
Has been found on floor 42.
Right.
Security has notified.
Did we arrive?
Well, because you still look like a drone, right, Quicksilver?
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm a robot.
All right.
So I feel like I would be dashing towards the door, and if you're okay with it, you guys enter through the door, but I'm not realizing that it's you.
I definitely sprint out and immediately sprint to Sir George, and I'm like, nice! And like yank up the chives.
Yep, all for you, buddy. All for you. Tastes like soap to me.
Nice. So we gotta blow up some robots.
Ah, there's a robot right here.
That's a friend. That's our friend.
You made friends with a robot?
No, it's Sylvie.
What? What?
Oh,
Quicksilver, is that you?
I came very close to blasting you. I'm sorry.
Say something only Quicksilver would know. It's true.
That's Quicksilver, yes.
Yep.
This sounds
Classic
classic Quicksilver.
Maybe we can like assemble behind this one while they're doing this situation and get where we need to go.
Ooh, can Quicksilver take out the mirror that she has and use it to reflect her actual self back to them so they know it's me in the mix?
I love that. Yes, absolutely.
That's such a pull.
Absolutely. Oh, it is. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That is quite the talent.
Okay, so we're all here.
Yeah.
Okay, step 1. Step 2. Somebody help me down. Help me get this map down real quick. Come on.
Oh, okay.
I'll start hopping at the map, but I can't really help get it down.
Visha's kind of tall. He'll get up there. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. Here.
Yeah?
This is my best guess. This is where they keep a lot of the old artifacts.
Oh. What floor is that on?
What is... 777. And we're on 555.
Oh.
All right.
Well, I haven't done my cardio today. I got some stairs to climb.
We have an elevator.
Oh.
Yes?
There is an elevator.
Yes.
All right.
That's better.
Much.
And do you know what we're looking for, Visha? You were reading all those books.
There is a powerful artifact. The Astral's Armillary. Correct? Is that right?
Yeah, armillary,
Okay.
armillary, same diff.
It is an artifact of artistic antique wonder whose properties to this day have never been able to be replicated.
Sounds
Its outer
expensive.
ring.
Yeah.
Sounds very expensive, yes, my friend. Its outer rings are perplexing tracker of every ticking. It's like a machine almost. When it's solved, it's a puzzle. It is both object and puzzle.
Oh no.
When it is solved, the rings will align, and an eclipse will become apparent. I'm not quite sure what that meant. It was difficult to translate. I don't mean if it means in the box or in the sky.
Oh.
But a compass will show us the poles to the wielder's heart.
Well. Let's get this armillary. What was it? The astral armillary?
Armadillo.
Oh, the astral armadillo.
I'll just call it a damn soul compass.
A damn soul compass.
Soul compass is appropriate.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cardio time.
So, before we go, Quicksilver, is this whole chaos warning, was that you? Oh, is it going to be a problem for us? Okay. Guys, I'm not sure what she is saying at all.
I don't know, but this is way more fun.
Will it be a problem for us? 1 beep for yes, 2 beeps for no. We should go.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, if there's feel free if there's any other things that you guys want to do or extend the scene. Otherwise, I'm going to do my best to explain the mechanics of this.
Yeah. As we're going up in the elevator and lights are passing by us.
Oh, all right. Okay, it's finally here. Okay, let's go.
So, yes, you will take the elevator. It'll only take you up a couple of floors because they're shutting things down one by one. So here are a bunch of trackers, right? Hopefully this will work out. Essentially what's going to happen is you guys are going to roll initiative. The active player is going to specify what objective they're going to go for.
Right.
And there might be some objectives that get unlocked along the way. The rest of you who are not the active player are going to pitch me a scene related to an obstacle. Once I okay it, you're going to relay that obstacle in a character's voice. Then
The active player is going to choose a maneuver and any unused skill to narrate their action. I'm going to narrate the outcome, and that's how we're going to do this. Maneuvers come in 3 flavors. They're controlled, risky, and desperate. That's from lowest DC to highest DC. Basically, something will always use up your time, except desperate will give you back that time, so it's like no time's been used. Okay? If you succeed on controlled, you'll get +1 to an objective. If you fail, you're going to get +1 to one of these outlooks. Risky, same thing. It'll be +1 to an objective, but it will also take away one of the obstacles. If you fail, it'll add to the obstacle and also add to the outlook. Desperate, if you succeed, you will get +1 to the objective. It will add the time. And if you fail, it'll add to the outlook and the normal amount of time will pass. The extra benefit of using desperate is it will always lower the obstacle, whether you succeed or fail. Okay? So can everyone roll the initiative? It might take a minute for us to get in the groove, but I think it'll work.
18.
16.
14.
All right, I got 19 plus 3, 22.
Ooh.
Very nice. All right, so Quicksilver, lead the charge on this.
I think I'm gonna need a walk like point by point as we do this. It's a
Okay,
new for me.
Yeah,
You got this. I'm glad you're first because I'm also confused.
Okay.
Yeah, this is new for all of us. We're all in the same boat right now.
Okay. So you guys are going up the elevator, right? And you exit on a floor, let's say 607. That's as far as the elevator will take you.
Ding.
I want you, Quicksilver, to tell me what your goal is. Is it to kind of close the distance, which means try to get up more floors? Are you trying to track the score, so like actually pin down like what artifact it is? There's some optional objectives like plot and escape. Or, and this each one of you can only do this once, is you could go for your destiny.
I'm gonna go track the score.
All right, track the score. I need the rest of you to pick an obstacle and pitch me what's going on. The obstacles are security, access, hazards. If you need some off-the-cuff ideas, security are these drones walking around. Access is like there's a door that's locked. Hazards are like things are blaring or there's nerve gas. Who knows?
Visha will take the hazards. At least he will offer
So
to.
you work together to pitch me something.
Oh, gotcha.
What if there was like a giant wall of buttons and another lift, but like just a huge wall of the same button, just like 10,000 times over?
You all good with that? Because I'm good with that.
Yeah.
That sounds like is that access?
Yeah, it is.
Probably, right?
And maybe like one of the buttons like flashes a light, but then one like way over there flashes a light, and then like one way over there flashes a light.
So now, think about what skill you're going to use, Quicksilver, and then you're going to tell me if you're doing a controlled use of that skill, a risky use of that skill, or a desperate use of that skill.
And remind me, when you say skill, like I just make it up, or is there like one of the
things on your character sheet.
Okay.
So like Arcana, Performance, Intimidation, Survival, those skills. And I will keep track of what's used.
I'm gonna use Investigation to figure out the button.
All right. Are you doing a desperate, risky, or controlled investigation?
I'm gonna do controlled.
Okay. So narrate this controlled investigation with these buttons for me.
Okay, and just so I have the visual right, so it's like one wall of buttons, and are they all going to the same place, or they're all maybe taking us to different places accidentally?
I think the lift is off, and you need to like unlock the lift by getting the buttons.
They all look the same.
Can you relay that as rain? Can you relay the button stuff as rain?
All right, so we got like 10,000 buttons. I don't count good. I'm a rabbit. So, but a lot of buttons. And there's one that's it's flashing over there. And it's flashing over there. And it's flashing over there. And I don't know how we're gonna press these buttons so that I'm assuming it wants us to press these buttons. Hopefully it's not a trap. So we're trying to press these buttons at the same time as they're flashing, like some kind of horrible whack-a-mole.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so Quicksilver is going to use investigation to study these buttons flashing and see the pattern in it. And so Quicksilver just stands back, just steps behind everybody and takes in the wall of changing buttons, and then watches the pattern go and then nods and thinks she's captured it.
All right, roll me that investigation. Since you did controlled, it is a low DC.
8. Plus 2, 10.
Ooh, sadly, that does not make it.
Maybe your robot arms aren't quite as dexterous as your
They're very stiff.
Every time you push a button, like that's all we're that's all we're getting right now.
Quicksilver, I don't think this is working, and you just keep pushing.
Yeah, it's just going crazy on him. It's like, has anyone seen the movie Elf when he just kind of like does the Christmas tree like all at once? He just kind of glides his hand down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Quicksilver does.
Sadly, you did not succeed. Yes, your arms might be too stubby, or you just hit the wrong thing at the wrong time. In fact,
Access procedures have been upgraded.
access has been made a tiny bit harder. Now that access has gone up one, you guys are going to be rolling with like a D4 like Bane, essentially. If this got lowered, you would have gotten a D4 of like Bless. And if it was all the way taken out, you guys would just be rolling with advantage. So you do want to keep these obstacles down.
And we decrease those by doing things risky or desperate?
It will always go down no matter what if you use desperate. But if you do a risky move and you succeed, then it takes away from the obstacle.
Like, can we use desperate every time, or is there a
You could.
drawback?
It's a higher DC.
Okay.
Does it matter if I tell you the DC? Will it change anybody's decisions?
Yeah, I think that's fair, because...
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it'll help.
So controlled is just a DC of 12. Risky is a DC of 14. Desperate is a DC of 16. This security thing would modify it, right? So if this goes
Right.
up, every DC will go up by 1, by 2. Every DC will go down by 1, then go down by 2.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what is a DC? I was thinking it was like the the die.
Difficulty class.
Okay.
So, like, when you rolled a 10,
Okay.
you had to beat a 12, because the
Yes.
controlled DC is 12.
Yes.
And it's meets or
Gotcha,
beats.
okay.
So a 12
It's
or
meets
higher.
or beats.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it is now, before it's the next person turns, the library is setting up these blaring brrrr, 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 brrrr. I need everyone to make me a DC 13 Constitution save.
15.
Whew, 14.
Oh my gosh. I got 1.
Oh no!
No.
Full on R2D2 moment going on here.
Just powering down.
I got a natural 1.
2 1s.
That's awful.
Well, you guys are off to a good start.
She and Rain are just like, doot, doot.
If you pass, you're only going to take 2 psychic damage. If you failed, you're going to take 4. So that's what this hazard will do. If it goes up, you guys are going to be taking more damage. If it goes down, you're going to be taking less damage. It is now Vishakapar's turn.
My objective is then to, we have to stop this noise because it's just going to keep hurting us. So my objective is to stop the noise. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I used one of those 4. Okay. I want to plot an escape.
Okay.
That's what I want to do because it's already getting very dangerous and we don't know how to get out of here.
Okay. I need the rest of you to pitch me a scene with the obstacle.
This feels like hazards, right? Noise.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're on movable drones and they're like coming closer, so the noise is just getting louder and louder.
Cool.
Okay.
I like that. All right. Now, what skill you're going to use and what maneuver? You cannot use investigation. That's already been used.
If these things are coming closer and we have to redirect them, I'm going to use deception.
Okay, sounds good. Is it going to be controlled, risky, or desperate?
Risky.
All right, roll me. You have to do meet or beat DC 14.
23.
Ooh.
Nailed it.
That
Nice.
I should have gone higher.
I need someone to tell me that scene as a character, pretty please.
Those speakers are moving. They're getting closer.
You succeeded. Please narrate what happened.
I'm trying to think what I possibly could have done. Now that I backed myself into this corner. What did I do with...
You have smoky stuff.
I do have smoky stuff. Okay, hang on. I've got an idea. You know what? Here's what I did. As I'm just like standing there in a panic, trying to figure out like how to redirect these things and fix everything, a thought comes into his head that this is a library. And any threat would be overcome by the threat of fire. So what he's going to do is just start making bonfires. Bonfire in the hallway where the speakers are coming, and hopefully get them to focus on that.
Oh, absolutely. They're very concerned about the spontaneous book combustion, and they turn off their speakers and go to like take these out.
That's great.
Nice.
Perfect. You successfully added one to the plot the escape progress. It is now Rain's turn.
Oh, I'm going to try to close the distance, and I'm going to try and do it using acrobatics.
Okay, so the rest of you, please pitch me an obstacle.
There's got to be, it's got to be some sort of thing where it's like a laser grid or darts are coming out of the wall, because I want to see like a whole tumbling, action sequence from this rabbit.
Like there's a secrets button, the override button across the hall, and all these laser beams are going.
In like an access vent. So it'd be just big enough for Rain. No one else could possibly do it.
Yeah,
let's check that.
Is it access or security?
Oh, good. Well, it's the tunnel to get into I don't know. It's whatever they want to do. Just it can be anywhere.
I need one of you to pitch it to me in character.
Okay, so as Visha's throwing these bonfires into the hallway and distracting these robots, the fire reveals this like high side access panel.
Oh, the smoke and the lasers.
And the smoke is being pulled into there because there's a draft. So Visha figures out if there's a draft, that must go somewhere either outside or important. There, in that tunnel, that is a way out.
Regretting those leaks.
Okay, so you're doing acrobatics? What maneuver? Controlled, risky, or desperate?
Okay, I think it's Rain, so I think he's gonna go risky.
Yeah.
Okay, risky. All right, if you succeed with risky, you'll get +1 to the objective, and you'll take away from the obstacle. Okay. That is a DC 14, but remember you're rolling with a D4 vein.
Oh God. Okay.
Go, rapid, go.
Oh no, didn't do it.
No?
Bummer.
11.
Wait. Visha has inspiration.
Yep.
So Visha, describe to me how Milo falters. Sorry, Milo. Describe to me how Rain falters.
Okay, so Rain definitely just like sprints at this vent and is like bouncing off robots and bouncing into the vent, and then just completely like goes way too hard against the side, and then starts bouncing back down. Like, bonk, 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 bonk. So to like volleyball it.
Oh, so Visha would then jump down. Basically, like right before you hit the ground, Visha just kind of jumps down and puts his hands down. It gives you like a platform to launch off of.
Since you're using the inspiration, go ahead and re-roll it, and let's turn the bane into a bless. Why not?
Nice.
Okay.
Inspiration's amazing. You want it.
No, I rolled a 6.
Roll a 6.
Oh no!
So explain this next faltering.
Visha just throws you into a bookshelf.
Alright, so you poof me back up into the vent, but I go like straight into the laser beam. Just like just directly into it, and like whatever happens. It probably makes some kind of horrible noise. Maybe I got like zapped a little. And come back all smoking.
Visha's having these like flashbacks of volleyball and PE.
That's the vision that you think you see. There is a moment right before it happens that something enters your ear. Such a clever, furry little creature. Are you sure you want that future?
They're talking to me?
No, it's talking to Rain.
Wait, they're talking to me?
It's talking to Rain, yeah.
Okay, good.
How many furry little creatures do we have?
Sorry, I didn't know if it was like talking about Rain to Isha.
That's what I thought too.
No, this voice is talking directly to Rain. I'm letting you know, this is a devil's bargain. If you accept it, it will always make the timeline worse. But
Do I know? Do I know that?
I'm letting you, the player, know so that you have all the information to choose if you accept this bargain or not. So you accept it. You're going to automatically get the pass, and the roll will be to see if you take down the obstacle more or get more time. Do you accept this voice's help?
I think I won't, actually. I think Rain's pretty averse to being like, so I'll be like, help, and then I'll be like, no, and then like hit the ground.
Smart.
Just smoking and like,
funny.
Little back leg twitching.
Steaming a little bit.
It is now.
But because it was risky, doesn't it still take some hazard back?
Why not?
That's fair.
A hazard has been root caused by wildberry buildup in the toilet on floor 547. Deploy dispel spell fields. Red Hat nodes are now unlocked.
It is now Algernon's turn. What is your obstacle? Are you going to go for your destiny?
So there's still all of these lasers keeping us from this button that we need to get to. I'm going to try to close the distance, I think.
Okay.
Ideally by putting either myself or my shield in the lasers so that Rain can run through.
So somebody else pitch me the obstacles. You decide, relay it to me in character.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say that the robots formed a giant mirror to distract Algernon with a beautiful, beautiful reflection of himself. That is like the most dazzling, excellent like view that he's ever seen, and he hasn't seen a mirror all day.
I love it. That's excellent. Okay, good. I'm going to use insight to see if I can see past this distraction.
Okay.
By which I mean beautiful
Looking
boy.
here to see the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it controlled, risky, or desperate? And that was
Desperate.
It's desperate on what obstacle again?
Some
All
people
right.
have said I'm hazardous to their health.
Okay. So you're doing a desperate, and the obstacle is hazard?
Yeah.
What's the hazard of the Algernon?
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll me that desperate. It's a DC 16. It will always take away the hazard. So you're rolling to essentially up the objective and get more time.
Hazard policies have been upgraded.
16.
It's meets or beats. You met and you bet. So that actually doesn't take away any time, and you do close the distance.
Bath that rabbit up.
All right. I run from the elevator towards the tunnel, screaming, "Don't worry, Rain. I'll block the lasers." And then these robots form a giant mirror, and I see myself. I give a magnificent twirl as I'm running, throw finger guns at my reflection and a wink, and keep going. And then I thrust my shield into the lasers and.
Do you also throw Rain? Because like that's
yes,
what you're
I grabbed you under my arm.
Right, blocking you with the shield the whole time. Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Yeah.
I feel like I don't even hit the button. You just hit the button with me, like.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
I go dunk again.
Access granted.
It is now Quicksilver's turn. What objective are you going for? Are you going to go for your destiny?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go for my destiny. Screw it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
A daunting mist rolls past your feet, up the walls, and quickly fills the space. Your luminous eyes are an ever-echoing reflection as its striking lights shine back, obscuring your direct vision. You stand nearly blind to the rolling, shimmering fog growing thicker with each passing moment. As you cautiously grace forward, searching for something familiar, it's only in the periphery that you catch blurry glints of a necklace piercing through like a lighthouse. Quicksilver, there is a piece of you that seems harder to bring into focus. What about the true you are you having a hard time finding again?
I'm going to go with the confidence in myself.
What's the memory of, like, where you lost that confidence?
I feel like when I was forged into Quicksilver with all of the kind of effervescence and malleability, I lost some kind of confidence in like a solid state, and I became very flexible.
That lighthouse starts shining through, and then you find this.
Okay, it's the Shattered Heart. It says, this amulet is inlaid with the crystalline tears of the emanation of creativity, Eros, and forged together with the singing mithrils? It is said that when the first verse of creation ended, they were warded from the material plane. In this ritual, the cruel, capricious acolytes of Thanatos remain celebrant in their accomplishment. The desire for control over the will and hearts of all. In the direst hour, as an act of defiance, Eros froze their tears in time and scattered them across the world, waiting, hoping anyone find them and stand against the looming dark. Perhaps it is too much to ask to have someone fight their yearning march to death, but still the emanation waits for a soul of a kindness to be a champion. While you wear these resonant crystals, you gain +1 bonus to the saving throw DCs of your spells, +1 arcana, and +1 performance. Additionally, you may expend a charge to do one of the following according to its rank and lower. This item may only recharge when its wearer commits a selfless act of kindness. Should I keep going?
Oh, but that last line is so good.
Okay, this item's rarity. Okay. This item's rarity can upgrade or downgrade itself based on the resonance, the actions of its wearer. So the rarity for uncommon, inexplicable luck. Blessed by prismatic light, you are lucky. Whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, a saving throw, or an attack roll is made against you, an additional d20 is rolled any time before the outcome is determined. You determine which dice is used.
So you do automatically have 1 charge on that.
Fun.
There you go.
Yay!
And since you followed your destiny, I'm also going to take away a little bit of bad from the outlook.
That's great.
It is now the library's turn. It was going to try to release more of this cacophonous blast, but the speakers aren't working right now.
Choked with fire. That's right. All right. I temporarily now don't have to light things on fire. I've distracted them for a bit, so I am now going right back to plotting our escape, because someone's got to get us out of here. So I'm going to try and figure out the way out. And as they're hitting buttons and trying out different things, Visha's just kind of taken a step back and is just observing, trying to see patterns, trying to find a connection to help figure out what's going on. I think for that, insight.
I believe insight has already been used.
Okay.
What has been used is investigation, deception, acrobatics, and insight.
Perception?
Perception works.
Damn, it's a +0. Okay.
I need one of you to pitch me one of these obstacles.
So what happened when we finally hit that button? Like, where are we now? What's happening?
His rain was shoved into a button.
Volleyball pitched up there.
What happened was, it seems like the elevator is working a bit again. That maybe that button was an override, at least for this floor.
We should always pitch hazards now, shouldn't we? Is there anything to stop us from doing that?
Okay.
What if the doors get like there's some magnetic kind of interference because of all the robots, and so the doors keep like opening and closing and opening and closing, but the elevator can't move if they don't close.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because it's an emergency.
Yes.
So of course the elevators don't work.
That's great.
Also because I started fires.
Can you relay that as Quicksilver, or can anyone relay that in character?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just describing the elevator like as it's happening.
Yeah, as much as in Quicksilver in this moment as it can.
Okay. All right, so we all file into the elevator, and we kind of have this sense of hope, and then they open and they close, and they open and they close, and then we realize when the fire alarms are going off, there is some kind of interference going on, and the doors aren't closing, so we can't get up.
All right, yeah, that sounds like an access roll to me. Visha, are you going to do a risky controlled or desperate perception.
Controlled. He's taken a step back. He's calmed himself. This is a controlled observation.
All right, that is a straight DC 12.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
God.
2 in one night.
But that is when something starts echoing in your ears. You clever man, what is all this sensation you're feeling? Where's all this worry coming from?
Am I speaking out loud or in my head?
Up to you.
I would say Visha would just talk out loud at this point. Normally he'd be in his own head, but he's so focusing on these things he has to talk out loud in order to stay focused, right? Otherwise he would just go internal. So he's just speaking out loud to no one. We are trying to get out of this room and not to die. Do you wish to help? Any information?
Ah, that's the scary voice.
I'm not sure if Rain hears it. It's only speaking.
No, but I hear Visha talking.
No, you know that I'm talking to
Yeah, and
it.
I heard it earlier, so I'm pretty sure I would know that, like, that's,
Okay.
I would assume that's what's going on.
That's fair. That's fair, yeah.
Visha would kind of look towards Rain, surprised that Rain got there so quickly, but doesn't realize that Rain has heard the voice, so then goes back to talking to it.
Is that all you wish? I can make this happen for you.
We need information.
Yes, and I need my item.
Start this elevator, and we will go get it.
Are you accepting this devil's bargain? Devil's bargain will always make the outlook worse, but you will automatically succeed. But you're gonna roll to see if something gets slightly better or slightly worse.
How desperate are we right now? Like, how do we feel? How scary
I mean,
is
we
this?
don't have hardly anything
Right.
for close the distance or track.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
And if you
okay,
succeed on this obstacle, everybody's gonna get a bless roll, essentially.
I'll take it. He just bites his teeth because he knows every time he makes a deal, but he just it's one short curt nod, but it's enough.
Yeah.
He's sitting there like, oh, no.
Yeah. You definitely got one on track the score, but please make me another DC 12 roll to see if the access goes down. If it's temporary or
Can I
permanent.
roll a different? Can I roll a different ability?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Otherwise, that would take away more abilities, and there's only so
No, I
many.
get you. Okay. 9.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Access isn't getting any worse. It was just a roll to see if the
Yeah.
access would get better. So the smoke does come out, and it seems to pull the doors away temporarily. You can see the doors shifting, vibrating. You guys got to get out now.
Access.
In fact, wait, no, hang on. Visha, like his eyes rolled over for a second. He's like, we should go now.
Yeah, something's happening. Let's get out of here.
It is now Rain's turn. What objective are you choosing? Are you gonna follow your destiny?
I think so. Rain just got, batted around. It's really feeling rough. He's like getting up on shaky little legs, like, ugh. And he saw like Quicksilver, something happened really that seemed positive. There was some special mist. So he's like, I want the special mist.
Your nose twitches and transfixes itself in every direction, searching for an aromatic bloom. As you hop step towards a shiny game, bouquets of memories rapidly grow in your wake. The left foot springs a rose of lemon bitterness of your first bruise. The right, a lavender of earthly cinnamon comfort of your safe warm. Each push forward becomes a field of burgeoning pungent memories. Lilies of spicy ghost pepper rage of your first fight. Jasmine joy of friendship that smells eerily similar to chives. It's a recipe in progress. It's a garden of you, but there's one bud that has yet to bloom. Rain, what is a cherished connection, and how do you carry forward with you, even though they might not be a part of your life anymore?
Ah, Finny, you would have known what to do. Why aren't you here? Why can't you tell me what to do? I know it's my fault you're not, but could use your word right now.
And how are you carrying that forward with you? It's just It's like he's your imaginary friend now, or?
I think I'm just wishing for that voice of someone who's there, someone who like I would have got advice from, like, and I'm trying to like imagine what they would say, like what would they do, what would they say, but of course they're gone, so I can only guess.
When you come out of this trance and the flower blooms, it blooms into this, what looks like a game, and you can kind of, you might not hear the voice of your friend, but you smell them off this game. And there you are.
So I'll like really tenderly pick it up and like squeeze it to my little rabbit chest. Just like,
I smell you, Finny. I miss ya. What now?
Is smell ya later a term of endearment?
For sure.
Shut now.
This pin is a gift game from the Emanation of Resilience. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
I think you said Mishabo.
Mishabo. Mishabo. And the first people. A long ago symbol of the delicate balance of existence. At one end, it is anchored by a melanistic owlbear leather, pierced with holes, but still whole in its perfect circle, an emblem of thriving. On the other end, a long, unrustable pin whose eye and body gleams in a sterling shine, a piercing reminder of competition. Though the two ends separate, they are ever bonded by the strung cast-off layers of the 5 metallic dragons' claws, the carriers of living flames and benevolent guardian children. Perhaps, as the emanations receded from the world, so did some of their emissaries, or maybe they slumber, waiting for wonder to return to the land. While you possess this bone game, you gain +1 to ranged attack rolls, +1 to history, and +1 to investigation. Additionally, you may expend a charge to do one of the following, and according to its rank and lower, this item may only recharge when its wearer commits an act of radical honesty. The item's rarity can upgrade or downgrade itself based on the resonance, the actions of its wearer. And then I'll let you guys read what it do.
These are cool.
There you go. That's actually like a picture of an Ojibwe bone and pin game.
Look this up, a little Anishinaabe game. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Did you make these, Allonté?
What? The items?
These items?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So thoughtful.
Yeah. How do you have time for all this?
I don't.
Honestly.
But you know, why not? Why not?
Excellent.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you choose, Rain. Now that you've followed your destiny, do you want more time? Do you want more progress? Do you want an obstacle to be easier? Do you want the timeline to be a little bit less bad?
I think closing the distance is what I want.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a 2.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay. All right. It is now Algernon's turn.
I don't think it makes sense in game, but I want to follow my destiny.
Do it!
Yeah. Okay. I just like
maybe
see,
if we all do it, it'll be like a Voltron thing.
I just see like this beautiful necklace has appeared around Quicksilver's robot neck, and then all of a sudden this like amazing, I can't really tell like, but beaded, beautiful thing has popped into Rain's paw, and my destiny definitely includes beautiful, cool shit. So I'm gonna channel my destiny.
Okay. There's been a faint ringing in your ears ever since you entered the city. A sound that's growing harder to ignore. As you move closer to a pair of armed guards, your divine senses rushes to the forefront of your mind. The ringing transforms into a melancholic hymn. It's one that you can more than hear now. You can see it. The prismatic waves of notes wash over your mind, bringing you back in time. Algernon, why did you almost lose your faith?
Something about this hymn reminds me of a time years ago when a fellow soldier took a relic that we had been assigned to return to its little village, but they took it and sold it instead and replaced it with like a fake. And I didn't do anything about it. I didn't say anything. I trusted this person, and I trusted that they knew what was best. And so I followed them. And I look back over my shoulder at Sir George, who has not done anything. And I have a momentary like freak out of what if he's But then that hymn recenters me. I think, that doesn't matter. I know who I am now. I can keep going.
That's when you find this.
The Arm Guards of the Forgotten Saint. These bracers are the last remnant of an unknown saint, one to whom the stories of people have forgotten, but live on through myth and wonder. Perhaps they were a child between a devout soul or an emanation of rapture. The only thing known of this story are what these gilded bracers tell. Stones of every hue point towards marked pictographs on each side. When each side is brought together, the view is complete, showing that one half is not complete without the other, that it takes all kinds to see the true divinity of life. While you wear these bracers, you gain +1 bonus to saving throws, +1 athletics, and +1 religion. Additionally, you may expend a charge to do one of the following according to its rank. This item may only recharge when its wearer commits an act of fearless protection of another. The rarity can upgrade or downgrade itself based on the actions of its wearer. Okay, Divine Commiseration. One of the bracers temporarily binds itself to another's arm in a luminous sheen. As a reaction, you and your target gain resistance to a damage type of your choice, fire, slashing, etc., for up to 1 minute. As long as this effect lasts, you may divert incoming damage of that type to yourself instead. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Love that.
Now that you follow your destiny, would you like to close the distance more, undo obstacles, or undo some badness from the timeline?
I really want to close that distance. I feel like we need to get there.
Yeah, you guys are now 5 out of 6 at closing the distance.
Right. Yeah.
Perhaps, maybe what you're looking for isn't on 777, or maybe you're there. It's hard to tell. It is now the top of the round. It is Quicksilver's turn.
Okay. I also want to close the distance. Maybe I'll use survival.
Survival is something you can choose. Yeah, it hasn't been used yet. I need the rest of you to pitch me an obstacle.
The buttons are the place the whole time. So we thought the buttons got us somewhere else. The buttons are the thing. So if there's an obstacle coming in front of us, I would say that the buttons, like there's a loud clang sound, right? And like an alarm, and then that button wall begins to recede, and the buttons are quickly getting out of our reach.
Can you narrate that as Vishakapar?
Yes. So as Visha's up on this table, fire everywhere, smoke, lasers, he just hears this like bing, and his eyes go to the side and he notices that the wall is beginning to pull back, and he turns to the rest of them and saying, "We must go quickly. Those buttons will be gone in seconds."
And just for clarity, was that access or security?
This sounds like a security thing, right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Quicksilver, are you doing a risky, controlled, or desperate survival?
I'm gonna do desperate.
All right, that will always lower it, which actually is gonna mean that when you roll, it's gonna be lowered by 2. So this is gonna be a DC 14 roll.
Yeah. Okay. 18 plus 2, 20.
That is a success. You don't take away any of the time. Then yes, you close the distance. You hit the right button, and it's going to take you to the exact floor you need to go to.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Access granted.
The library is now more aware that there's not just chaos viruses about, but there's something a bit more. It's starting to slowly seep in some gases.
Security protocols have been upgraded. Initiating Nightshade Protocol 007. Releasing Cloud Kill.
The hazards are going up by 2. It is now Vishakapar's turn.
So as we're going up in this elevator, we're all just like taking a breath. We're all covered in soot. We're all exhausted. It's this moment of quiet, and Visha's like, and the third breath out is smoke, and it just curls around him. It may not actually be happening, but to his eyes, it is happening, and I want to find his destiny.
There's an unfamiliar burning in your eyes. With every step you take, you're finding it harder and harder to breathe. The wildfire in your nose spreads deep into your chest. As you inch closer to this gleaming piece of jewelry, you see its stones flare up like embers in the forge of your soul. With every exhale, it stokes and billows waves of smoldering memories. Vishakapar, whom, after all this time, do you regret hurting the most?
One background question.
Mm-hmm.
Have I at all talked about my family?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. So the way Visha carries himself is all a lie. Visha was raised in an orphanage. So as Visha's walking forward and the smoke billows over him, it shifts. And now he's a child walking through this orphanage, and everything is burning around him. And all he can hear is people screaming, "What did you do?"
Actual chills.
My soul.
So just
All right.
little, 10-year-old Visha walking through this fire, trying to get to this thing.
All right. There it is, right there before you. Feel free to read it.
All right. Sorry, 1 second. Ooh, neat. Hayek? Is it Hayek?
It is. This is actually like an Armenian legend. I figured since you named it Vishakapar, I could do this.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay, but
yeah,
I don't know exactly how to say it.
It's Hayek. Okay, so if it's an Armenian word, the ornate finger knife is a forged reminder that without destruction there can be no creation. Worn by the emanation of revolution, Hayek, before the beginning of the first verse of creation. Legends say it was used to tear away at the chains of the primordial dark, all that was before the plains. The bracelet is adorned with garnet pomegranate stones, the transmuted fire of Hayek's blood pulsating with power. The chain is a succession of arrow coins that link ringband and wristband, that rattle roar like the coming storm. All of this leads to Phoenix Talon rings and a promise that better days with the work are to come. The question will always remain, for whom? When I wear these, I get +1 bonus to attack rolls, +1 intimidation, +1 survival. Additionally, I may expend a charge to do one of the following things to its rank and lower. The item may only recharge when its wearer commits an act of standing up for someone other than yourself or patron. The item's rarity can upgrade or downgrade, blah, blah. All right, so my uncommon ability is Unbound Form. The bracelet stones pump with ethereal might. As an action, you may grant a target 2d6 temporary hit points and advantage on 2 skills of your choice. That's cool. The effect lasts for 1 hour or until the temporary hit points fade. Neat.
Right. Yeah. And as much as I could research, that's like traditional Armenian jewelry, and I figured
100%.
Why not make it gender neutral?
I love it.
So, how would you like to use your destiny?
Oh, right.
Track the score, make obstacles a little easier, or
oh no, we
better?
we have to get that wrapped. The sooner we get that wrapped, the better. So I will track the score.
Perfect. When you put this on, you start kind of seeing various chains, and they kind of fade in and out of reality. And there's one place that seems to be the most bound up. It's bound up like that puzzle that you read about.
Yeah.
It's far. It's not that far, but it is a bit of a ways down this floor, down this room, down this hallway.
So as soon as I put this on my hand, I snap back, right? I'm no longer a child me. I've just been here the whole time. This is all in my mind, but the chain's on my hand now. And my arm, pretty much on its own, just lifts straight up, and the finger of that hand points towards where we need to go.
Oh, that's nice.
It is now Rain's turn.
Rain has been standing there, cradling this pin and just deeply inhaling the leather, which has that rich oiled leather smell, and also just a hint of melon. And finally kind of checks back in to follow this point, and I will try to track the score.
All right, track the score. Please, will somebody pitch me an obstacle?
I want the books to do something.
Okay. Are the books mimics? Or are the books
Can the library, like as like a last ditch defense, like start animating the books? Like,
I'm okay with it. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, love it.
That sounds like, is that access for security or hazards? Keep in mind that these go down, it makes it even easier.
That's a security. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Totally.
All right. Somebody please narrate that portion.
I got it. A new sound rings out across the room, and for a second it doesn't seem like anything is happening, and then on the shelves there's a little shake, and the shake gets bigger and bigger until all of a sudden the books fly off the shelves and start heading towards us. Then I say, my library card's revoked. I can't read you now.
All right. Yes, Rain. Is it risky, controlled, or desperate? And what skill?
We're gonna do desperate because it's how I do. Yeah, I'm gonna use stealth. I think my plan is because I kind of wear whites and look like a book is to try and like hop through the books to the other side and then like get their attention so that everyone else can pass through like unbothered.
So because you did desperate and it automatically takes it down, the DC for this is now -4. So you just need to beat a DC 12.
Oh, 12.
Wow.
Yeah. You just barely do a good job.
Yeah.
These things might have like true smell. It's hard to tell. There has been a lot of research on these like animated book creatures. At least not in this wing.
Sticky goblin magic is sticky. Specimen 27 is sticky.
Right. It is now Algernon's turn.
I'm also going to track the score.
All right. Somebody please pitch me one of these. Access or hazards?
Maybe since the books have started to fly, now the shelves are like collapsing down. Like they've had the books and the books are flying out of them, so they're kind of like they're being pulled down and just tumbling. Boop, 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 boop.
Sounds like a hazard. Is that correct?
Yeah, I love that.
All right. Risky, desperate, or controlled?
I think I'm going to go risky.
All right.
I'm going to use religion.
All right. That's a DC 10 religion.
I'll set the scene and then roll. We'll see how it goes. Algernon sees these shelves coming down. He's going to clang his new arm guards together and rush out and thrust his arms out to try to hold the shelves in place, and says, "You know we're seeking a soul compass, and I promise right here, right now, whatever soul we find, I vow to protect." Then
I love that.
and I get a +1 because I use my arm cards.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. 19 + 1, 20.
Yeah. Something invisible is keeping these shelves together. It's like your aura has grown so large, or maybe it's the favor of Argos. It's hard to say.
Attention. Attention.
All right.
Still sticky.
It is now Quicksilver's turn. Please, somebody pitch me an obstacle.
So at this point, we must be so close. It's just like rushing down this hallway. I'm blocking the shelves. Is it obvious where the thing is?
It's obvious what section it is. There are a bunch. You know how you see items in glass cases that are all like lit up?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a bunch of them, and they all look sort of similar. It's hard to tell. It's like maybe this is the compass wing. It's hard to tell.
What if because the stuff fell, they all fell everywhere?
Oh, even better. Yeah, please narrate that scene then as Rain.
Oh no, it's gonna go. Oh, there it goes. Oh, they're everywhere. What are you gonna do? Oh man, do we know what it is? It's over there. What a mess.
Pile now. Just
Can
a pile
I
of
do
stuff.
a history to see if I knew how the libraries used to be organized?
That is the perfect thing. Yes,
That
not
is
just how
brilliant.
it's organized, but yes, go for it.
That's
Are you going to do
outstanding.
risky, desperate, or controlled?
I'm gonna do desperate.
All right. So this is going to be a DC 12, and you're going to roll a D4 of bless.
Ooh.
So you so enjoy this probable success.
Oh, 5. So just a straight 5 + 4. Wait, so that's a 9? No.
Did your special item give you anything?
Oh. Did it give me?
Wait. Can I lay a hand on them?
Only if you narrate that scene.
Okay, so I see you struggle. Visha sees you struggle, and this thing on his hand, these chains begin to glow slightly. And in the back of his mind, he hears a woman's voice that he's never heard before, but seems so familiar. And then he just kind of reaches out, almost subconsciously, and places a hand on your shoulder, and the gems light up. And you now have advantage on that skill roll.
Nice.
So you can roll again.
Oh my gosh, thank you. So kind. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You also gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay, so I just do a regular roll now. That's what I advantage. Okay.
Just
Roll
reroll.
the-
Okay.
Yeah, roll the same thing
Ah.
over, yeah.
20. Ah!
Very nice.
Yes.
I want you to tell us all about the moment
Hell
when you
yeah.
find the soul compass.
All right. So Quicksilver is crouched among all of the and still a robot. So there's a little bit of like a magnetic pull that I have towards this item. So kind of like a metal detector, I'm scanning all of them. And then there's like a little bit of a magnetic pull of this one item. And it's a circle, and it's kind of like a globe with intersecting like circles going around and around. And I have it in my hand, and it kind of like is all, it's like my colors, it's like shimmery also. So there, it feels like it's a like heavy item with a lot of potential in it.
Yes, that's it. But there's something that you guys missed. As you were going up, you realized you haven't heard from Sir George in a bit. In fact, all you hear is this, "Get up! Just floating off in the distance.
Like getting further away?
Further and further and further away. At that moment, this kind of
Security
red
protocols
setting
have been
starts to alleviate, and the lights turn back to this warming glow. Our Storied Insight is a blended audio drama and actual play podcast using D&D 5th edition. Our table is a brave space where players have a chance to rewrite the very stories they tell to themselves. You can tell us your stories via our socials. Our Storied Cast on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, and our Storied Insight on YouTube and TikTok. You can also support new chapter episodes on Patreon at patreon.com/ourstoriedinsight. Please consider rating the show, writing a review, and sharing with friends. In this chapter, our players are
Milo as Lagobean,
Rachael as Quicksilver,
Aram as Vishakapar Zakarian,
Tricia McGarrah as Algernon Bouquet,
and Allonté Barakat as this story's keeper. Additional voice talents include
Cory Knapp as Samuel Zedd,
Natalie Gordon as Panicked Interviewee, and Athenaeum Alarm.
Jessy Boros as Interviewee 1.
Jacob Racette as Interviewee! Lib, the monodrone.
Devin Stika as Clarion.
Christa from DorkTales as Secundus Ian.
This chapter was edited by Izzy Bromberger. A special thanks goes out to the music of the many amazing and talented artists compensated by Artlist.io. Find their names in the episode's description.
attention. I am so sticky. I don't have a physical form. Holy sap, someone please help me. I am sticky, and I would like answers. How am I so sticky?
I don't want to be sticky.